Before I see James Gunn's new Superman movie tonight, I'm going to be ranking the Superman movies from Christopher Reeve's classic to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Of course it's Superman 4 Quest for Peace at last place. I mean, this movie is a disaster, both in front of the camera and behind camera. You can feel that in every frame. Christopher Reeve is the only shining light of it, and even then, he just looks really dead-eyed and spiritually lost. It's very clear they did Superman 3 because they just had to. There was no story behind it. The only time it really does get good is the evil Superman at the end, and Richard Pryor is completely out of place. Okay, so this is difficult to rank because yes, Justice League is a terrible movie, but I actually quite like how they do Superman in this story, even though he's not on screen a lot. I think Henry Cavill does feel like the most Superman he's ever felt in his run. He's happy, he's optimistic, he jokes with people. The movie as a whole is just a product of morally apprehensible studio executives. I don't care what Zack Snyder's fans say, Batman v Superman is a disappointment, it's a mess, and Superman, the way he's done, is a complete product of that because every time Batman's on screen, it's great, every time Superman's on screen, it just seems to drag. And the whole thing with Superman's death at the end just felt so rushed because we've only got to know this Superman in the second movie, and he only has 42 lines. Superman Returns conceptually has the best Superman premise, but I just feel like in execution it faltered because it was trying to follow up the Richard Donner era. And I think Brandon Routh is a great Clark Kent. I don't know if he's a great Superman. Zack Snyder's Justice League, it doesn't really use Superman a lot, and I'm not really a fan of the black suit. That being said, this is a much more improved version of Justice League. The always divisive Man of Steel, I actually do have a soft spot for it. Yeah, there's aspects that don't work, and even though it's excessive and pretty up itself at times and very misguided, I still check in and watch it every now and then. Alright, now onto the great one. Superman 2 is a very underrated sequel because it really tests the limits of Clark Kent as a person. I really like how his relationship with Lois is tested, and of course you got Terrence Stamp as General Zod. But number one is the Christopher Reeve classic, because this movie has Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man in terms of great pacing. It goes through the origin story, to his upbringing, to first using his powers, to meeting his classic enemy, Lex Luthor, all within such a short span of time, and does it so efficiently. Nowadays that would be considered overcrowded. Christopher Reeve is of course the icon. Margaret Kidder is the Lois Lane. You've also got the late great Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. He's fantastic. The movie just changed cinema. It's an icon. It's a pillar of the superhero genre in every way. It deserves all the respect.